Good day, Summers. This is Raidmaster bringing you League of Legends Shoutcast for your viewing pleasure, and I just heard some recall animations, even though it was paused. Interesting. Anyways, it's another game, you guys, and it has Vladimir in it. Man, I love pointing out when my favorite champions are in games. Vladimir is definitely one of my, I would say, top 10 or top 5 favorite champions. I'm not sure. I don't like have a ranking system of favorite champions, but he's definitely my go-to top laner. Sometimes I play mid lane as well. I think both positions are definitely good with Vladimir. Of course, I never play top lane, so I don't really get to use him there much because all my friends that I play with, they all like to go top lane, so I just let them have their top lane and I play somewhere else, which is fine with me because I don't play top lane enough to understand the lane matchups as well as I'd like to. I do understand them from a relatively decent standpoint, but knowing them and then knowing how to and then being able to execute lane matchups is a totally different thing. Anyways, let's go over the champion picks for both teams. For the blue team, it's going to be a top lane Teemo, mid lane Fizz, going to be a Zac in the jungle, and a carry Caitlyn being supported by a Blitzcrank. For the purple team, it's going to be a top lane Riven, mid lane Vladimir, jungle Shyvana, and a bot lane Corki being supported by an Annie. Shyvana, a jungler I think we're going to see a lot more in Season 4 due to the emphasis being put on farming the jungle more so than ganking, because they're adding that new large camp, which is definitely going to help Shyvana. She has a lot of single target damage with her Q. Her E will also help her grind that down really fast. So I do think that we are going to see a bit more Shyvana in Season 4 though. Jungle changes haven't completely gone through yet, so I mean, could go either way still. And I'm really excited for Season 4 jungle. I like change. A lot of people don't. They were scared from the Season 3 jungle changes, but I enjoy change. It keeps the game fresh and it keeps things moving, and hopefully we can see some new things happen in Season 4. I hear they're trying to put an emphasis on quicker games, more action-oriented games, which would definitely be good for it as a spectating sport, and also hopefully a bit more fun to play, because that's why I don't really like going top lane. The laning phase is just so boring for me. It's like a 1v1, and I'm like, I didn't come here to have a 1v1. I came here to have sick plays, and group fights and team fights are fun. Yeah! So we'll have to wait till Season 4, though, to really see how it pans out. Anyways, let's go with the game. Focusing down here bot lane. Looks like there might be a little bit of action going on as we unpause. And yes, Annie is going to go for the stun on the Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank still does have his mana shield up, but he's not going to be dropped low enough. No, it is recharging. He does not have it up. That's unfortunate for him, but it's okay. He didn't need it. It would have popped by then, I believe. And Mana Shield, a very strong ability, especially for someone like Blitzcrank, who in the early game can actually be really squishy without it. And this Annie Corki lane has a lot of burst damage and a lot of kill potential in it. I still don't really get Annie support. She has some good base damage and the stun's nice, but I don't know. I just would rather probably take a Tard, more reliable stun than no AoE stun, of course. But in lane, I feel like he brings a little bit more base damage, and armor shred is very nice. A lot more survivability than Annie has. But I mean, to each his own. I've seen Annie support work out, so I'm not going to argue that it's not effective, of course. And it looks like we have a little bit of invasion here from the Shyvana. She's going to probably be taking some ults. Blue buff is in fact up, so she might actually be able to take that. Let's see if she goes around to that. She's going to find out it's not up. Nope, the game lied to me, guys. It's official. The game lied to me. Oh, nice pull from the Blitzcrank. He's going to get the kill on the Annie. Now, though, Blitzcrank is definitely going to go down. And the Caitlyn is going to take down this Corki with no problems at all. Oh, whoa, there's the barrier. Will it be enough? The answer to that is no. And Zach's going to be like, yeah, I guess I won't dive into this, actually. I lied. Not going to do it. Nice job anyway. Here comes Fizz going a little bit aggressive on the Vladimir. Fizz can definitely go aggressive on Vladimir. He's not going to get a kill on a Vladimir, especially even with his ultimate up. It's usually not going to be enough. Here comes Zac diving right in. All Vladimir has to do is pool, and he decides to save his pool, not going down. He's going to probably try to use his transfuse to heal up a little bit. It's very important to save your pool as Vladimir. You don't want to use it unnecessarily because the cooldown at early levels is very high. If you put points into it, the cooldown goes down drastically, but at least in the early game, it's like a 24-second base cooldown, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I guess it should be, because it's a very strong survivability spell. But Vladimir, of course, has a lot more potent than Fizz. Fizz has a better all-in, but Vlad has the ultimate counter to all-ins, which is invulnerability, which Fizz also has when he jumps into his playful trickster. So all in all, I think it's a decently even matchup. Fizz should have the advantage if he gets a good all-in, but Vladimir can always just pool away. And if Fizz ults the Vladimir can pool the damage. So that's going to be very good for him. Blitz is going to deward the Tri-Bush, and Shyvana is still just sulking around Zach's jungle, not really making any progress, not finding anyone to kill. And of course, Shyvana not the best invaders, mainly because she gets out-mobilized. Against someone like Jack, again, not Jack, against someone like, oh wait, it looks like we have the Shyvana coming in from behind. Nice ult, going to trap the Blitzcrank. There's the stun from the Annie, and this Blitzcrank gets tons of dead. Shyvana's going to pick up the last hit on that. Will they be able to get the Caitlyn? They might dive her. No. Big mistake from the Corki, going too far, not looking as healthy, does end up dying. Riven in the top lane getting ganked by the Zac. I don't think they'll be able to pick up a kill here. No, Riven's just going to throw her ult out for some harass. That's going to be a very long cooldown. At level 6, her ult has a lot of cooldown. What is it? 100 seconds. That's going to be 100 seconds, but she's not going to really be able to ult it unless Teemo makes a mistake. And there's another stun from the end. She's going to want to get the W down. Probably a waste of mana that did like no damage at all. So I really don't think it was worth it. And here comes the Zac Tower diving the Riven. He's not scared because he does have his passive up, so even if he dies, he can get back up. But unfortunately, Teemo brings no CC, so they will not be able to lock down the Riven. It's probably a mistake from Zac. There's no way that the two of them can lock down a mobile champion like Riven, mainly because she just, with her, she has so much mobility built into her kit. And right now, we might have a dive onto the Caitlyn here. And what is this Blitzcrank going to do to help? He's going to get stunned. Shyvana's going to add a little bit more damage, but they're really scared of fighting a Blitzcrank with this much health on the tower. Blitzcrank might go for a blind grab here. Will he? No, he will not. Caitlyn does end up surviving. Very good for her. And looks like the red buff for Shyvana might be stolen. I was talking about Shyvana as an invader earlier. Shyvana is not the best invader, especially against a jungler like, as we see here on the blue team. Zac. The name, for some reason, I could not think of Zac's name for the life of me. That was really weird. Like, especially against Zac, because he can just, like, elastic slingshot over some walls and get away. Shyvana gets easily out, like, gets beaten by champions with any amount of mobility. They can just not choose to not fight her and just wait for their allies to come and back them up if she tries to take one of their buffs. As it looks like Shyvana might right now. She is taking the red buff of the Zac in retaliation of her own red buff being stolen. Both the blue buffs are up right now, and a lot of damage being done by this Corki. He just has so much more damage than these two. And here comes Shyvana, another ult. She has it back up already due to the fact that auto attack recharge and Blitzcrank is going to go down to the burst damage, and Corki's also going to pick up the kill on the Caitlyn. He's going to bury her perhaps a little bit unnecessarily, but that is a double kill for the Corki. Shyvana doing a lot down here in the spot lane, diving in with her ultimate. I mean, if you're overextended, her ganks are very good. If you don't catch, if she does catch you out overextended, Shyvana has great ganks. But unfortunately, I mean, that's a bit of a, they need to be overextended for the gank to actually work. However, Shyvana's still a very good farmer, a very good counter ganker, so definitely legit pick in most situations. And there's the blind dart from the Teemo. Here comes the Zac, too, diving in to help his friendly Teemo. I think the Teemo might still go down. No. Nice crowd control from the Zac, going to keep his teammate alive. And it looks like there's a bit of a dive coming in here, and this Fizz is definitely dead. Who the kill will be going to, though, is the question here. Oh, a lot of damage being done to the Vladimir. He's actually going to go down as well. Big mistake from him. Took way too many tower shots and did get ulted by the Fizz. You've really got to save your pool of Vladimir to dodge something. He did not in that situation. He used it for just a little bit of extra damage in the slow. I think if he would have used it to dodge the Fizz damage or some tower shots, it would have worked out a lot better for him. I don't think it was worth it for the slow or the extra little bit of damage. But we do see that Vladimir has finished his Haunting Guise, does not have any boots yet. He did bring double defensive summoner spells, Flash and Ghost, which I really do like on Vladimir. I really like bringing the Flash and Ghost combination, or bringing Flash and Teleport. Ignite's nice because your ultimate does increase the true damage of Ignite. That's very helpful for securing kills. But I found that with Vladimir, bringing Flash and Ghost is very, very useful in the late game. And also very useful in the laning phase as well. And it looks like Riven's taking a ton of damage. This red... for a second I thought that was like a red buff Teemo. What was that? It was not. There was some fire shenanigans going on there. Perhaps the red buff just ran out. There were definitely some red buff procs on the Riven there. Red buff Teemo must be extremely annoying. Shyvana about to have her ultimate up in the next couple seconds. Caitlyn and Blitzcrank have to be really careful. However, Zac has sneaked his way into this bush. So as they decide to initiate, they might be in for a bit more of a surprise than they're ready for. Zac does not have his ultimate though, so that's going to severely impact his fighting. And there's the, that Blitzcrank hook had landed. There would have been a 3v3 happening here. And Zac is just going to retreat to the back of the bush.
Has been destroyed.
Still a bit of a standstill here, and Vladimir using his superior wave clearing powers And Powers are pushing to take down the mid turret first. That is 1 turret for purple team, 0 for blue team. And here comes the initiation from Shyvana and Jack and Zach. Unfortunately, Zach now way out of position. They're all going to have to retreat. Blitzcrank going to be the first to go down. Zach's going to be the next to go down probably. In the mid lane, Fizz also gets dropped. Zach actually survives. Now Caitlyn in a lot of trouble. She's going to pop barrier. Barely survived for now, but one more missile will pick up the kill. The big one is going to whiff. No, the next one's going to whiff too, and Caitlyn is finally going to go down to an auto attack from the Corki. And now Zach has to retreat. Big plays from purple team, picking up 3 kills across the map. That was a really nice counter initiation from Shyvana. Really bad at the last from Jackson, from Zach. I keep calling him Jax. Zach. This is gonna be really bad, guys. I'll try not to anymore though. Now he was definitely way overextended once he used that elastic slingshot, and that just pretty much tore the whole team fight asunder, or lane fight, I guess. He did not have his ultimate up. That was a huge crowd control component gone from the abilities of blue team. And they just didn't have the damage compared to the other team. Corki's got a ton of burst damage. Annie has a lot of burst damage. And Shyvana just has a lot of sustained damage and a lot in Dragon Form, a lot of AoE damage as well. So once the Shyvana showed up, blue team's like, holy crap, we can't deal with these champions. And they simply did not have the damage to make that an effective 3v3, whereas purple team did. For itemization, Zach going straight for dodge spell. Here comes Shyvana trying to do a little bit of damage to this Teemo, and is going to get a lot of damage out. Does not have her ulti, or else it might have been a diveable target right there. It looks like this is an AD Teemo. In fact, going for a board. Interesting, I have not seen an AD Teemo in a while. I haven't seen actually a Teemo in a while now I think about it. And right here, it looks like this Corki's trying to 2v1. I don't think he successfully does this, though. He's going to die. One more auto attack. Actually, the Piltover War Peacemaker is going to pick up the final shot. It's a 500 gold bounty going to the Caitlyn in the top lane. It looks like an overzealous tower dive might end up bad for the Riven. She is going to die to the poison. Now Shyvana's in an interesting position. She's dropping lower, but there's also 2 really low members of blue team. There's the Bills Rider Cutlass slow going down. Vladimir not responding to this. Maybe a bit of a mistake. Looks like Annie wants this kill, but if she dies, this carry is not going to be worth it. There's a missed grab. Maybe for the best that she didn't land that. Oh, that's an easy kill. I'm wondering why they're not going after the Annie. They have to know she doesn't have reinforcements because the bush is warded. I think Caitlyn could have gotten that kill. Anyways, Shyvana did not end up dying. Riven did, of course, but that is a-okay. 99 right now. Gold in favor of purple due to the fact that they are simply out farming their opponents by a decent amount. Caitlyn is actually out farming the Corki and has 4 kills to Corki's 5. Corki does have 3 deaths, however. Corki definitely having the farm advantage here. She's going to have her big damage items up faster. Corki does already have her Trinity Force though, and that's very dangerous. Oh, this might be a bad spot for Vladimir. He needs to pull. Here comes the Fizz ult. Yep, there it is. It latches on, and he's going to go down. Perhaps a waste of an ultimate from Vladimir. He's level 12, so the cooldown shouldn't be ridiculous. It is 130 seconds though. That's like one of the longest cooldown ults in the game. It is just insanely long cooldown. And here we have Riven doing a lot of damage to Teemo, but not quite enough. Maybe she'll just use her ult with some wave clear. There it is. AoE wave clear with your ult. New meta, guys. Wave clear with Riven's ult. Just gonna go in for the all-in. However, Teemo does a lot of damage right now and has a decent amount of lifesteal, so Riven really has to be careful. And there's Corki in a little bit of poke. He is going to get grabbed. Big grab, but there's the Valkyrie. Of course, the silence did not come soon enough. And Teemo is going to get all in here. He is going to go down, and the Riven should be a-okay if she just lifesteals a little bit from these creeps. She's going to do just that and definitely survive. And right now, it seems like Corki and Annie have complete control of this lane. Caitlyn Blitzcrank going to come back with about full health, however. And there's the pink ward on the dragon. Dragon's going to be up another 45 seconds, and it looks like Fizz did end up killing the top lane Riven with the Teemo. And, oh yeah, Teemo had already died. Perhaps Riven ran over a shroom to give Teemo the assist, but giving another kill to Fizz. Fizz is one of those champions you really don't want to feed, because if he gets fed, he buys items and just gets a ton of damage, and it's very hard not to get assassinated by Fizz. Very, very difficult thing to do. Oh, they're going to grab the Annie, but she's just going to ult. That was not a stun ult, so Caitlyn did not get stunned from that. Annie dropping very low. And it looks like this Caitlyn's going to try to do as much damage as possible. However, this Corki has a ton of burst damage. She's going to have to be extremely careful. And here's a dive on the Vladimir a bit. They're very far behind the tier 2 towers. Vladimir, he does have his pool. He decides to use it now. And Vladimir's in a very interesting position right there. And Corki's going to take an ultimate from the Caitlyn. Here comes Shyvana to keep his friendlies a little bit safer. Looks like they might be able to take this turret. That was a very interesting position from Vladimir. He has taken both the turrets in mid lane. He's just been constantly pushing and farming because of that he has 150 CS. Vladimir, one of the best farmers in the game. His farm potential is just insane with his Tides of Blood and Transfusion. It can just help him clear waves extremely fast. And of course, those abilities are what makes him just a great sustained damage team fighter as well. One of my favorite combos with Vladimir is picking up an early Hourglass, although it looks like he's going to be going for a Rylai's Crystal Scepter, an interesting choice. It's definitely a good item on Vladimir. Oh, there's a nice grab from the Blitz. Riven's going to try to do as much as she can, but she's going to be going down really fast. There's the ult from Fizz, going to be picking up the kill. Vladimir now in an awkward position. It looks like he's going to get the kill onto this Teemo. What else can he get? He's going to flash as well a little bit too late and still end up dying. The rest of purple team's going to disengage from this, and that ended up being a 2-for-1 in favor of blue team. What was I saying? What I like to do on Vladimir is get an early Zhonya's, and then by the time you hit level 18, if you get like cooldown boots, maybe a Spirit Visage too. I kind of like a Zhonya's, cooldown boot, Spirit Visage, and then when I hit level 18, your pool has a really low cooldown at that point. It's like, I want to say like 8 seconds or less than 8 seconds. And what you can do is you can spell combo pool, spell combo Zhonya's, spell combo pool, and it's a lot of really safe damage over a decent period of time, but it's like safe damage because you're invulnerable for most of the time there. While you're invulnerable, your Tides of Blood and Q cooldown are going down, and it's just really nice. And probably one of my favorite things in the last patch is they fixed the bug on Vladimir. When you ulti, it would like silence you for a second and a half, 2 seconds, and it was super annoying. And it was just one of the most frustrating things in the world. But since they fixed that, he's become a lot better of a team fighter and has a lot more solo kill potential as well. And it looks like Zach's gonna go for the dive here on the Riven. Not much of a dive actually. And Riven is definitely dead here. No way she survives. She's gonna try to do a little bit more damage with her spells while she's still alive, but not gonna be enough. Shyvana was there, but she decided not to go in. Probably a wise decision on her part. And it looks like Blitzcrank and Caitlyn are just gonna be running through their jungle. Vladimir and Annie are sulking around for a solo kill. And looks like Zach's going to be joining up with the rest of his team. Looks like the team fight stage might begin. Purple team does have 4 towers. Blue team only has 1 in the top lane, whereas purple team has taken all the tier 1 and tier 2 towers in the mid lane and bot lane. Top lane still has both of its towers to its name. Caitlyn's trying to pick up a little bit more farm here and there. She does have her Infinity Edge, whereas Corki does have his Trinity Force. Looks like he's going to be going for Last Whisper next. Definitely a very strong option on Corki. Gives him a lot more. With his Armor Shred on his E, it just gives him so much physical damage possibilities. And makes him a huge threat in team fights. Vladimir does have his Rise Crystal Scepter along with a healthy amount of magic penetration. Fizz has finished up his Lich Bane, going to make him very strong. And Teemo also has a Blade of the Ruined King. Riven is the only one really right now who does not have a big core item finish, and that's going to be very unfortunate for her. It means she's going to be a lot weaker in team fights. Looks like she's going to be going for the Ravenous Hydra though as soon as possible. A very popular item on Riven nowadays. Helps her farm a lot faster and gives her some pushing potential which she desperately needs. And it looks like there's going to be a bit of a fight here. And yeah, this looks like a dead Vladimir. He does manage to pull out the fish damage though. And here comes Shyvana with the counter initiation. There's the ult drop by Vladimir. Only lands on the Blitzcrank, however, a bit of a mistake. It is going to be a free kill though for the Shyvana. The Vladimir does end up going down, so not really free. And it looks like Annie's right here, ready for the flash. She's going to ult. The Fizz going to take him down. And right now, the Zac has turned into blobs and will be going down to the Shyvana. 3-for-1 exchange, definitely in favor of purple team. That's going to give them the opportunity to perhaps push more turrets. Now Caitlyn in an awkward position. She's going to try to get the kill on this Annie. But here comes the Valkyrie from Corki. He did get trapped actually at the end of the Valkyrie or somewhere in the between. I don't know exactly where. But it looks like this is a huge push potential for blue team. 3 members of blue team for purple team. 3 members of blue team are going to be down for an extended period of time. And it looks like they just want to all in this Teemo right now. He is going to probably be going down the exhaust pit on him. Now Blitzcrank going to grab the Corki, but he probably didn't want to grab the Corki. He's going to burn a flash as well. That's like bringing your death closer to yourself, which is definitely just not something you want to do. Fizz and Zac are back up, but the Teemo and Caitlyn are down. So I think this is going to definitely be a turret for the blue team. There's the fish from the Fizz. Shyvana going to take a lot of damage, but not too much damage. The tower's still over half health though, so they're not even close to taking this one down. Zac's going to come in to ward them over from the tower, and unfortunately they spent too long killing the Teemo and were not able to get the objective. That's unfortunate for them, but they still do have a healthy advantage. Despite only being 2 kills up, Vladimir has a lot of farm right now. Corky has a lot of farm right now compared to the Fizz, who only has 96 farm, and he is going to go down, giving a little bit of advantage to the blue team. Looks like Ribbon might also be in a terrible position as well. She does not want to really give the Fizz this kill. If she can die to only the Zac, that would be perfect. But it looks like the Fizz is going to get his way with this. Caitlyn all going to come out, dropping her extremely low. She's going to flash over the wall. She might actually be able to get out of here. Now I think about it. There's the elastic slingshot. Will it be enough? That's the question. No, it will not. Riven just such a mobile champion. Here comes the counter initiation. They chase too far, and the tanky Shyvana is here. However, she's getting kited, very unfortunately for her. Nice grab on the Vladimir. Huge turnaround, but there's the pool, putting him into an invulnerable state. He's going to get a kill. He is still up. Going to get a double kill for the Corky. Vladimir has still not gone down. He managed to barely survive that fight with just a tiny bit of health. Shyvana looking to get a double kill here. Actually, there's the triple kill for the Corky, and not able to land the last rocket. That was a huge turnaround from the Shyvana. Really nice job picking up on saving the Riven, pretty much helping her get out of there. Also a great job from Vladimir, just doing enough damage in that fight and getting out with a sliver of health. He survived so long in that team fight, it was crazy. And he now does have the Landry's Torment and has picked up his Riley's Crystal Scepter as well. Doesn't have the most damage right now, but he does have a lot of survivability in team fights for sure. And Zac taking a lot of damage right here. Looks like he might actually be going down to the Corky. Corky not going to really commit to this because there's 4 members of blue team here now. Probably just going to throw some harass rockets back. That last one didn't actually hit. And right now, game looking pretty heavily swayed in favor of purple team. They do have almost a 10k gold advantage. Shyvana has a lot of items right now, a lot of tanky items. She's going almost pure tank. We've been trying to do as much damage as she can, but getting kited unfortunately by the Teemo. She does manage to pick up the kill with her blade ulti, and right now I don't think Zac can take this. He definitely cannot take this as the Corky comes in. And no, the fish does end up going on to the carry. This is a big mistake from Corky. He did allow himself to get fished, and he is going to go down to the Caitlyn, and he needs to get out of here, preserve her own life. Looks like Vladimir might be going in though for some shenanigans. Oh, he definitely could. Probably could kill this Blitzcrank, no problem. They're just going to stand next to each other for a little while. And now here comes the slows from the Vladimir. And one more combo is going to be the kill for him. Nice shot from Vladimir, picking up an easy solo kill on the support. Seeker's arm guard picked up on Teemo. Looks like this is a hybrid Teemo. Interesting. Very interesting. Or he just wanted the armor and said, hey, AP helps me anyways. Might as well pick it up. Yeah. Might as well pick up the Seekers. Anyways, Fizz finishes Lich Bane. Does not have another major item yet. Vlad doing very well with 227 farm. Caitlyn has 190 farm of her own, just barely behind the Vladimir. I'm just going to have to keep farming if he wants to keep up with this carry. But anyways, the kill advantage now really stacking favor in purple team in terms of gold. In terms of level, Vladimir is 16. Fizz is only 14, and he level 13 compared to the 10 of Blitz. There's some huge EXP disadvantages on blue team, and just one more dragon for purple team is going to further extenuate that. Shyvana level 14, Zac level 13. Of course, in Dota, these level advantages would be way more significant. In League of Legends, level advantages aren't as significant. They are still definitely important, just not as significant as they are in Dota. Mainly because of how stat growth works in Dota, and that pretty much putting points into any of your abilities is just huge in Dota 2, since items don't scale for abilities. And it looks like Riven is going to try to all-in this Fizz. One ulti should be enough. The Ignite's going to tick down, killing the Fizz. I would have probably just fought that as Fizz, because once the Riven caught you, you're pretty much dead. And unfortunately, he was dead. However, this Riven looks to be in a lot of trouble. There's the flash from the Zac, using his ultimate for this solo kill. Maybe a little bit of a waste, I might say. Now he won't have it up for the next team fight. And Shyvana's just going to get out of there real quick. There's no way they're going to be able to catch up to her. And actually, right now, purple team split pushing the bottom lane. And they are going to get this tower. They might not get the inhibitor. Oh, they might get this Caitlyn if she gets too close. She's really got to be careful right now. I wish I knew how to play Annie support. I love Annie. She reminds me of my little sister. And, I mean, she's the most adorable champion in the game, of course. I mean, maybe Cottontail Teemo's more adorable. I can't tell, really. Anyways, Purple team really wants to push down this inhibitor. Here comes the Zac initiation. He does not have his ultimate. Remember that. That's very important for any team fights that happen until it comes back up. That's a big crowd control that they don't have. Teemo's going to get caught out and initiated on. That's going to be a very quick pick for Purple team, and Blue team is 4th and long for winning any sort of team fight. There's a double kill for the Vladimir. He still wants to dive this, but no, he's going to pull tower aggro to the support, and Annie is actually going to get executed. And looks like this is one dead Vladimir, if you ask me. The Blitz punch in the face is going to pick up the kill, and that's one inhibitor gone for Blue team. Purple team might look to pick up a second inhibitor as well. Oh, almost picking up the Zac. He is actually going to get picked up by the red buff proc. They aren't going to focus him. Instead, they're going to maybe focus the inhibitor. Actually, they might pick it up here. Oh, barely not enough damage to pick up the blobs. And Blitzcrank really wants this kill on the Corki. Caitlin's going to pick it up. And the double kill on the Shyvana. But here comes Riven, hawking her Ravenous Hydra, preparing to do the sick deeps. Is not going to get a kill. Holding on to her ultimate for too long. Going to get picked out by the Teemo. Huge turnaround there for Purple team. That was for Blue team. Big mistake from the Purple team. Riven was a little bit too greedy with her ultimate wave and was not even able to get one kill there, thanks to the Savior of the Universe Teemo with his Phage and Bork. He might be going Trinity Force, an interesting choice for Teemo. I haven't seen a Teemo go Trinity Force like forever. The Phage, though, definitely going to give him a lot of chasing potential. With his passive speed boost, it's going to be huge. With his active speed boost as well. And right now we do have Zac Test going full on tank. Shyvana also going full on tank, not even a single damage item. I mean, when I'm playing Shyvana, I like to get greedy and pick up some damage items, mainly just because I'm playing Shyvana, so why not pick up damage items? They're fun, they're cool, they're Shyvana damage items. So yeah, I play Shyvana in a very greedy manner. I also play Udyr in a greedy manner, and he's my go-to jungler for ranked next season. I mean, Dr. Muno is the best in the game, of course, but probably going to go to Dr. Muno, and that was a bit of a waste of things. Oh, they might actually get the kill on the Fizz here. No, that's not going to happen. Very close, but no cigar. And Blitzcrank going to give his life up for the ward. We salute you, good support, doing your job and sacrificing yourself for a ward. What is that warding from Blue? Oh, he was just spamming wards on the ground as he died. Oh, look at those trees. Look at this gold that he's giving to the Purple team. However, those two wards over there, those two dead-looking trees will survive indeed. And it looks like an unfortunate position for Blue team. They do have one of their inhibitors down. Purple team is going to be going for Baron. And it was it Vladimir who picked up that blue buff? They both have blue buff. I wasn't watching where the blue buff transferred to, or if Vladimir had it earlier. But they both have blue buff, so I guess they both win the situation. Looks like Zac wants to elastic slingshot in here for the steal, maybe. That's going to be too late. He did not take the badass option of slingshotting in there for the steal. I mean, have you guys seen Zac's like slingshot over the Baron walls? Like, just fly over Baron and steal it? I've seen it happen before. It's pretty badass, I must say. Of course, he's on the wrong side of the map to do that, however. And okay, that might be caught out here. And she is going to get dragged. A lot of damage coming out from this. Actually, this is a tanky Shyvana. She's not doing a lot of damage, actually. She's doing a minimal amount of damage for a Shyvana, I would say, but still enough to pick up with the help of the Corki. Riven is going to get soloed by, is going to get duoed by Teemo and Fizz in the top lane. However, while the two of them are distracted, the rest of Purple team is going to be taking down the second inhibitor. And it's just looking like a very bad position for Blue team. The Nexus turrets are going to be their focus. Next, here comes Fizz. He wants to pick up one of the carries. Who is he going to focus on, the Vladimir or the Corki? Corki in a dangerous position. Oh, this Zac is taking a lot of damage. There's the Shyvana getting grabbed under the turret. She is going to be going down to the Ignite. However, Vladimir is going to be picking up a kill while in his pool. There's the first Nexus turret going down. There's the second Nexus turret going down. And the Nexus itself might follow shortly. And there's the Fizz jumping in. One last stand, taking a ton of damage from that Vladimir and Corki combination. Just so much burst damage right there. And Zac's going to try to delay this game as long as possible. He's going to pick up the Corki. Vladimir is going to survive just for a little bit longer as he pools, dodges the Piltover Peacemaker. One last auto attack, 50 gold going to Vladimir for the destruction of the Nexus. I wish that would carry on into future games. That'd be kind of cool. But with the last hit from the Vladimir, that is going to be the end of the game. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly did. Pretty much just a lot more damage from Purple team. They had the Shyvana had some great ultis, had some great control bot lane, helping her Corki get a lot of kills pretty much. Caitlyn was able to stay mostly even with kills for the early mid-game and also higher in farm, but it was simply not enough. It shows you the power of Quirky right now. With Trinity Force, he brings a lot of damage to team fights, both burst damage, and sustained damage from his right clicks. And of course, he was able to pick up a Bloodthirster and a Last Whisper as well, making him very strong. And I mean, this game really could have gone either way. It was just who got the early advantage, and Purple Team was able to get an early advantage, snowball that into towers, global objectives. I mean, if you take 4 towers and your enemy only has 1, that's a huge gold advantage for your team. Each tower is, 800 gold, I think? 5 times 150, yeah, no, 750 gold over a team. And if you have 3 more towers, that's what? 2250 more gold than than the other team? I think 2250. Yeah, it's 2250. My math is right. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. I don't care. 2250 gold's a ton. That's like a major item completed. So, okay, that's a little less than a major item, I think. But still, a lot of gold from objectives, a lot of experience from the dragons, and they were just able to turn kills into objectives into a victory. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys when I decide to do another video. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. Who knows?